we just put headers on this car and the starter is intermittently click no start. So we're gonna solve that issue by replacing the starter. Just real quick how I've came to that. I've tested for voltage drop from here to the starter battery positive wire. I'm not really seeing any voltage drop. I cleaned the connections, cleaned the engine block around, just might as well since I'm in here. I even tried jumping the solenoid and the battery positive, and it just sparked no turn. So intermittently the starter motor is just failing on us. Unfortunately, we just put headers on it, which means we need to at minimum unbolt these headers, but there's a chance we have to pull them out completely. I won't know till we get into it, so I guess let's just get into it. First things first, let's disconnect the header collector here. I don't know if we need to disconnect anything from back here for the X-pipe, but at minimum we should disconnect this. Remove the X-pipe. I don't know if you necessarily need to, but I wanted to. I mean, these are leaking anyways. I'm going to put some of that copper RTV on it, and I just wanted to assess it. But with it removed, we have a lot more room to do what we need to do. So the other thing is I have the O2 extension harness. I just unplugged that. That's dangling. So at this moment, the only thing attached to this header is the header bolts up top at the engine. So let's go ahead and undo the header bolts. Now here's a shot of why we have to do this. That's the starter right there. This is the headers. There's no room to get that out. Not a chance. So I'm hoping we can just unbolt the header and just kind of droop it down and fish it out of there. If not, we'll have to remove the whole thing, but we'll see how it goes. From the top side here, working on loosening these header bolts. I'm going to unplug the spark plug wires, and that way, just to give me some more room. I can fit a ratcheting wrench on all of these, but we'll just play a little safe here and just pull the spark plug wires out. Removing the dipstick just because, but I'm thinking I might just go ahead and pull the header out because it's not going to be that much more work than just dropping this. Bolts removed, pulled the coils, and yeah, just thinking about it, I don't think it is possible with these headers. I think you do have to pull them. Keep in mind, these are the cheap ones, the Flash Shark ones, and the way the collector is and the way that the primaries come down, you saw it's tucked right under the starter, whereas the other ones like Speed Engineering and then more expensive ones, the collector is a little bit different. And I think those ones you might actually be able to get away with just dropping them down. But this one, I don't think it's going to be possible. I mean, maybe if we lift the engine up, get it off its motor mount, but then at that point, we're basically just a few minutes away from just pulling that out and having direct access to the starter. So I think that's what I'm just going to do. I still think it was the right move to pull the header out, but man, this header is just, it poorly fits. It's a struggle. But it is in fact possible to remove. Down here we can see the starter wiring, and it's super easy to get to with the header out of the way. So this is a 13, I've already started loosening, and then this would be like an 8mm, and that's it we have to remove for the starter wiring. Now there are 3 wires connected to this battery positive, so keep that in mind when you're reinstalling. So let's remove these. This wire is a little bit suspect. The plastic is falling apart. There's some green crusties on it. It would be nice to see if we need to replace this wire or what this wire does. I think this is a fusible link right here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what that is. I don't know where it goes to though. I don't know. Oh, the terminal's loose. that's what would cause a no start. The terminal's loose inside the starter. The starter's internally bad. Wow. Underneath the car here, you see I got the starter wires removed. And then the bolt right here is in fact a 15 millimeter. Oh, and the other one is up here, but I can't even see it. It's pretty high up there. Alright. Correction. It is a 13 millimeter. And they come off no problem with the impact. Here we have old versus new. The bolts are different lengths. Make sure yours have these knurling in them. The longer one was on my left side, so the side closest to the tire. So, with it out of the car, we can get a nice look at what our issue was. This whole thing is just loose in the solenoid. So, solenoid was not being able to draw enough current because it was sometimes loose, sometimes it had a good connection. Whereas this one, we're nice and rock solid. So this is a reman one with a lifetime warranty, which is the reason I got it. So I guess let's just get to it. Let's throw it in. The connections are all the same, so starter's all wired up, everything went smoothly, and then I took the time and routed my O2 wiring a little bit better, as well as added this heat shield you see for the battery positive wiring, and everything should be good. So let's throw the headers in. The headers were leaking. I think it's actually warped, so we're going to solve it by putting some copper RTV on both sides. This is the side that goes to the engine. Let's install this and start getting some bolts in. Back under the car here, as you can see, got the O2 sensor in. And so here we have the donut collectors, and the leak, of course, you can actually see where it just comes out the edge. It's not actually coming from behind. I think it's sealing pretty good. It's just coming back that way. So what I'm going to do is put some RTV all around the edge of this entire thing, and then we're going to slip it over and install the X-pipe, and just like that, smear it on. Let's hurry up and throw this in. At this point, everything's back together. Battery cable's connected. I will note that because we took off the mid pipe, that is going to adjust the tips, so make sure they're aligned. All right, let's start this up. Starter sounds good. I'm not really hearing that exhaust leak that I used to hear, but I am going to let that RTV cure. Give it the best chance, but good, everything's hooked up. We're starting. Let's get it on the ground, align the tips, and then we'll be done. Well, there you have it. The exhaust tips ended up being pretty about where they were before. If you do need to adjust them, you can adjust them at the rear, or because the only thing you're modifying or touching is the two spring bolts in the mid pipe section, well, just tighten one side, loosen the other, kind of play that game until you get it where you want. So we are going to turn this core in, get our core charged back. So that was the starter replacement with headers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.